No, I actually had PTSD. I thought you left me like somebody else did at one point. I got scared. I was like, what's going on? He was frozen after I played the Limp Bizkit song.
Yeah. Whatever that song you played sucked so hard that my computer crashed.
Movie guys, hit play, let it run. Eric Jordan, 2 takes, 1 fun, new flick, old flick, same mic, same vibe. If it's on that screen, they gon' go deep dive. Movie guys, say the word, we ride. From the big release to the late night guy, you cue it up, they keep it love. Movie guys, movie guys.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this most recent episode of Movie Guys Podcast. And tonight, we're continuing our Sci-Fi Love Eye retrospective series with our review of Children of Men. I have heard of it. I've seen trailers. I've seen scenes. Never seen this movie. Eric, how the hell are you doing?
I'm excited to talk about this with you. Jordan, how did this fall in the cracks for you? You are a movie guy. You've been to film school. This film just didn't hit your radar ever?
No, because in 2006, I was seeing other Clive Owen films that I liked more, like Sin City and Closer.
Sure. Clive Owen was an it guy for a short time, right?
I just got done rewatching Sin City on Pluto TV. Shout out to Pluto, they're a sponsor.
Uh-huh.
He was really good in that. I forgot how good he was in that movie.
That's a pretty good movie, actually.
I'm not disagreeing with
I
you.
liked him in Inside Man.
I've never seen it.
Inside Man's a good movie. It's a heist movie. It's a bank robbery.
So where is Clive Owen? So let's pull this up here, right? So where is Clive Owen at this point in his career? I'm kind of curious.
He is making the jump from small actor, TV stuff, local stuff, and getting in bigger parts. He was in Gosford Park. He was in Born Identity. He was, kind of in like these one-offs. King Arthur, the bad one.
Okay. You're not impressing me yet.
No. And then in 2004, he nails Closer. I think that's really where he started to get some traction.
Okay.
And then he starts doing Sin City and then Derailed. But this is where he makes a mistake, because he really, at this part with his projects that he's picking, are only doing really 2 types of projects. Either like the action drama or the rom-com. That's really all he's doing.
Okay.
And he doesn't spread out much after that. He tries. There are some other projects that try to branch his out a bit more, but it seems like he goes back to comfort in these roles. Every so often, like he'll try like a period piece, but still, even like with King Arthur or with Last Nights with a K, it seems like he doesn't have a whole lot of range. He picks a few projects that cater to him.
Where's Clive Owen now? Is he still? I haven't seen him. Is he still doing stuff?
Yeah, he's still doing stuff. He's gone the way of Gerard Butler, where he picks like these little projects and just pops up. He gets a paycheck, probably getting residuals on the back end somewhere, and is able to do what he wants to do, and maybe just live his life.
All right, fair enough. This movie was a fun early 2000s time capsule for me, because also this is directed by Alfonso Cuarón.
Yep.
Got his fame with Harry Potter 3, which people would argue is the best one. I'm one of those people. And then he also was famous because of Gravity with Sandra Bullock. So he does this movie in between. This cast is pretty big, right? Julian Moore. The guy who plays Luke. I've seen him 1,000 times.
The guy who plays Luke.
Is it Luke?
Oh.
The black guy.
Yeah. Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Why do I know him? I've seen him 1,000 times.
Yes. He's been in a lot of things. He's actually going to be in Backrooms, which we will be doing.
I'm excited for that.
He's in Doctor Strange.
He's in everything.
He actually might be getting the gold headphones here.
Oh, I like that he's going to get the gold headphones. Yeah, so this movie was just something that flew under my radar. I was more focused. I mean, this came out in 2006, right?
Yeah.
So that movie for the year for me, I think was 300, because everybody was just going nuts off for 300. And
Yes.
What wasn't Sin City 06?
Sin City.
I think that was 06. Probably, more than likely. 06, 05. No.
It was 05.
05. Okay, so he does this right after Sin City then.
Yeah.
So this movie...
Well, no, he does this. He did Derailed. He did Inside Man. And then he does Children of Men.
So this...
Obviously, there's a lot of movies in a year, so production probably, and release date are different. But, yeah.
So he's at the height of his career at this point. He is a name.
Yeah. He does, after this, he does Elizabeth, the Golden Age, which I think that's the sequel.
Sure, I've never seen a single one.
Okay.
I don't know. All right, so that's our history of Clive Owen in this. I'm not going to lie to you, Eric. I don't know what's going on in this movie.
Okay.
So I have a...
Gotta watch it with subtitles, bud.
So I do have a little bit of a very short... You know, but the audience don't know. So what I do for work is I work in an office. And when I first got to the office, my boss put a 55-inch Samsung TV on the wall. And I said, what are you doing? And he goes, gotta have a TV, bud. And I go, it's hooked up to YouTube TV? And he goes, no, it's a smart TV. You just have apps, right? Okay. I never turn it on the days where we do a review and he's not at the office. I just feel weird.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just weird having a TV just on in my office for no reason. Right?
Sure.
My thing. So today, he was gone for a quarterly franchise meeting. So I was all alone. So I worked in the morning today, and then I turned this on at the office, and I was watching this movie. I sat back in my chair, I had my popcorn, and I watched the entire movie. Was not disturbed at all. It was great. The movie ends, and I'm like, what happened? Because I'm turning the volume up, and the whole movie, the volume's going up and down, up and down, up and down for me. Because at the point, it was at 50% the volume. You know what I mean? Where it goes up to like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
I couldn't hear what was happening.
Get them subtitles on, bud.
I don't know.
No, I understand.
I don't want to be that guy.
Sometimes is quiet, and then the gunshots and the boom booms are loud.
Yeah, it was just really weird. So there's a lot of scenes that I did not understand. So after I watched the movie today, I did go to the trusty Wikipedia and I read the plot description, and I was like, oh, that makes sense. Okay. So that's kind of my experience with this movie. I'm assuming you've seen this before. You picked this for Sci-Fi Love-I. This is one of your choices. You love this movie, I'm assuming.
I enjoy this movie a lot. I haven't seen it in a bit, but yeah, this movie in my time was awesome in that period of like what 2006. So I was like a sophomore, college maybe, yeah, somewhere around there, and I was just really starting to absorb a lot of movies, really go out and check them all off the list, right? And I enjoyed this one just because of the one-shots. There were 3 big one-shot scenes in this movie. And by that I mean where it's just one continuous shot, and there was no splicing. There are a lot of splicing in the movie, but in those shots, there's a background video or behind the scenes video of them doing it, of them rehearsing for it, of them having a lot of stress about it, because some of them it takes like 5 hours to set up the one shot, and so they would have to take the shot, they'd have to set up for 5 hours, run it again, and hope everything goes right. So yeah, seeing that, it was just like really cool. And the story was, when I watched it first, was a bit confusing to me because I didn't really understand what, like, I got the gist of it, right? Future where women are unable to have babies. They're infertile. Apparently, in the book, it's not that. It's not women. It's the men that are unable to produce sperm, which I don't want to ring any alarms here, but it seems like that is the more of the reality than the other. So,
I mean, maybe. Well,
the science backs it up. So
it backs it. I have jokes. I'm going to calm down. I'm getting a little spicy. Never mind. I'm just going to calm it down here. Just bring it down. Okay, so in the book, it's men that cannot do it, but in this movie, they're saying that it's women in this movie.
yes.
Okay. I love that it's 2027. That's next year, bud.
Yeah, well, good thing we're not living this movie. I thought we were going to, according to Back to the Future 2, we could have some flying cars at this point, but I guess that's also a lie.
That's not true. I mean, like, we also do have, like, self-lacing Nikes for like $500.
Oh, well, let me go out and buy those.
You can
with
afford
our
it.
podcast money.
Yeah, we got sponsors. Okay, so this movie, from what I got, now I'm going to tell you what I saw, and you may laugh, but here we go. 2027, people are not having babies because they can't, so the world is in a disarray. The youngest person was murdered by a superfan, so now there is civil war in the UK, if you will. Clive Owen was an activist, but he's not anymore. He was married to Julian Moore, but they broke up or got divorced because their son died of a super flu that happened in 2008. They kind of hit home a little bit, and they say, "Hey, you got to smuggle this lady. She's pregnant," and that's pretty much what I got. It was weird. It was a weird experience. I'm not saying this movie's bad at all, and I'm not showing my hand of a rating. I'm just saying I didn't quite understand anything after that. Like, they were just,
So what questions do you have then? Because you really just summed it up in a few sentences there.
So
in really the Cliff Note version.
So Luke is the guy that I've seen before that we talked about. Luke is the black guy, right?
Yes.
So his plot, from what I've gathered,
Chiwetel Ejiofor. I had spent a lot of time practicing his name before we.
What?
Sorry, Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Okay.
That's his name. He's got the golden headphones.
All right. Well, I respect him now because he has the golden headphones. From what I understand is that he is the big bad of this movie, right? He pretends to be good, but he knows of the pregnant woman, but he wants to. This is I don't know, but this is what I took from it. He knows the pregnant woman, and he wants to use her for political stuff. So he has Julian Moore executed because that doesn't make any sense.
Julian is the leader of the Fishes. The Fishes are a activist group, terrorist group, however you want to say it, right? And yes, during the movie, Luke orchestrates a plan and kills Julian, and is also planning on to kill Theo
Clive Owen.
Yeah.
Okay.
And use the baby as, again, a token of power there.
So what? So you kill Julian Moore, you kill Clive Owen, you're like, I'm in charge of this baby? Is he the baby's father?
No.
So what would you gain?
The lady does not know who the father is. She says a kind of a throwaway sentence that one would assume that she's a sex worker. She said that, do you know who the father is? Like, oh, there was too many to count or to even remember. So that's my take from that, at least. Yeah, it's that Julian and Theo see the importance of this baby not to be used for politics or for a show of strength of nation for one over the other, but they recognize that humanity is in turmoil right now, that it's getting pretty ugly, and they are the few people that, I wouldn't say few, but remember what life was like when it was normal, right?
Well,
and they see this as a beacon of hope. They see that this baby is something to bind the world, to have everyone come together and say, okay, well, wait a minute, there is hope.
So Julian Moore is the leader of the Fishers, which is this, like you said, terrorist group, quote unquote. But is she her fact a terrorist? Or is Luke going to turn into, because it doesn't seem like a terrorist organization. Or
they are a terrorist organization.
So she is a bad guy.
Well, depends on who you view the bad guys.
Sure. But generally,
this is a dystopian future where it is global depression, where wars are just completely devastated the world powers and the nations, the allied nations that are everywhere. The UK, they say in this movie, is the one nation, I don't know if there are more, that has survived by becoming a complete police state. They stopped asking questions. They started to just kick down doors and use the gun.
So what happens first?
Become isolationist or isolational. Oh, I can't say the word. Isolationists.
Worcestershire sauce.
Blah, blah, blah. They cut themselves off. Apparently I have a disease where I'm not allowed to say certain letters. Anyway,
seems like the same thing happened 28 years later. Cuts themselves off. I'm just saying, same country.
Yeah. Where they cut themselves off from the rest of the world, and if you're British, then you're good, and otherwise you're a refugee, and you get deported, imprisoned, or executed.
Why?
Not because you're not coming here, bud. You can go anywhere else. You can go. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
I'm not doing this for a bit, but that was a big confusion part for me. Why? Because they drop a line that in 2008 there was a super flu that killed majority of the children. Okay, I get it. But if you're having refugees come into the UK, what's the problem? I mean, like right now the problem is not the super flu anymore, so why are you deporting people? You would deport people, you're like, oh, we don't want the super flu here. I mean, one of these people could get pregnant, right? I don't understand why. Just because they're Nazis, essentially? Is that what they're trying to say?
So, again, Jordan, think into the future right now where you are trying to control your nation, right?
Sure.
You have a lot of problems,
right,
that are happening in your nation. One, there's no reproduction. There's no new generation being born. So that's rough already. You have this global depression, famine, and just a complete instability of any sort of world power or economic market trade gone, right? It's every man for themselves at this point, right? So you got to work on your own. Everyone's coming to you because you got the money, you got the power, you got the guns, you got the food or whatever, but your supplies are limited. I don't want you here. You can't come here. We can't help you. We asked you politely. Now we're not asking politely anymore. Now, if you're not a British or UK citizen, we got to put you on the train and we're going to send you off. Get out of here. We don't care anymore.
So from what you just told me then, because the movie didn't tell me this, or maybe I didn't notice, this is what part of the question that I had was, so it's not just because nobody is fertile. It's because nobody's fertile. It's because there's a famine. It's because there's war. I mean, like, everything is like piling onto once. Like when it rains, it pours kind of thing. That's what's happening?
It started as one problem started, and then the other problems just kept on coming.
Okay, that's fine then. I can accept that. Because
I think it's more so that the flu or the whatever pandemic that happened caused the instability or whatever, and then everyone just started to do this panic, and then it led to the global depression.
Okay.
And then it led to where we are at right now with the infertility.
Okay, gotcha. So it just snowballed into now it's the infertility. Got it.
Yes.
So Clive Owen used to be an activist with Julian Moore. They had a baby together, and that baby died in that 2008. I'm going to call it the child flu, I guess, because majority of children died, it said, from what I gathered. So then they break up, and he becomes like a bureaucrat. He just gets a job. One of my favorite throwaway lines that don't matter at all was the youngest person alive gets murdered, and he goes to his boss, Clive Owen, and he goes, "Hey, the death of that guy really is bothering me. I want to go home." And I was like, I know people like that. You know, hey.
We all know somebody.
Yeah, George Floyd got murdered. I want to go home now. What?
Probably it's not the same thing, but it is definitely not the same thing.
Well, Kevin Hart says different.
Yeah. If anything, or anyone knows about the black struggle, it's probably you, Jordan, the white guy from Swanton, Ohio, which is why I listen to everything you have to say about it. Anyway.
Yee.
Yeah. No, it's probably not the same. They show people like really being broken up about this. He was not just a celebrity. He was
their hope.
The thing that they were holding on to.
Right. Which makes me wonder what's happening in the world, because if he's a celebrity, you think they would like Pope Mobile him, right?
He had security.
He didn't have a Pope Mobile.
No, but who's going to fund that?
I mean, the church at that point. I'm seriously. I'm not doing a bit on this, right? I mean, like, you would think that he would. I mean, like
you are doing.
If he's like the youngest person in the world, like, you would think this guy would have like ridiculous security. You know, like, I mean,
he had security, but he's getting mobbed everywhere. Like, we get to see a small clip of him trying to just live his life, and he's getting just mobbed. He has super fans that are tracking him and following him. Also, this isn't like he's in like the UK where he was in like Rio de Janeiro or something like that. He was in South America. So there's probably a different way of life down there. I don't know, Jordan. Like,
I don't know either.
I think you're thinking too much into it.
Maybe. But then I told you off air what I did find funny was after he got murdered, the youngest guy in the world, they were like, "Oh, we just discovered a new person. She's the youngest person in the world now." So it's like it just goes from one to another because that's the way I take it, is that is the media trying to cling on to hope.
Well, like, keep in mind, like, this world is horribly bleak, and so following these people is them tracking, I guess, what is left of a fading youth.
Sure,
it's a lost thing, and so it's giving people something. This is a world, Jordan, where they're selling suicide kits.
Yeah, I know. So it's weird.
The government provides a way for you I think we saw a few ads for it, whether it be in the magazine that Theo was reading or on the TV, where you can have this kit when you're ready.
Yeah.
And you just take a drink and off
you go.
Sleep you go. Yeah.
Like I told you off air, this kind of gave me pre Blade Runner vibes. You know, like
Sure.
I feel like this is what kicked off the Blade Runner universe kind of thing. You know what I mean? Just with how the ads and the bleakness and the darkness and all that kind of stuff.
A lot's happening in the beginning, but it's all to show that there isn't a whole lot of hope and faith in a reason for a lot of people to continue living. You're broke, you're living in squalor, you don't have any children, they're all dead. It's just, life's hard, man.
Life's hard, life's sad, but what doesn't make me sad is Clive Owen is best friends with hippie pot smoking. I can't say it. I'm sorry.
What, did you not like Michael Caine?
It's like he left the set of Jaws 4 and did this because he was a drug smuggling hippie in that movie. Like, this is great. And the funny thing is that this came out in 06, so he did Batman a year before this. I mean, it's just great. I was laughing the whole way. Michael Caine as a pothead hippie, I thought I seen it all. I loved him in this movie.
Oh yeah, of course.
He was great. He had the long hair and the beard, what I love about him too is that he lives off the grid, quote unquote. But his way of living off the grid is that he just has a couple of bushes in front of the driveway. I love it.
Yeah, he lives deep into the woods there and hidden driveway off the grid. He was an award-winning political cartoonist.
Yeah, he was best buds with Clive Owen before everything went down, so he's still best buds, right? So this, yeah, and then he's also part of the rebellion, I guess you would say, right? Rebellion. I don't know what Julian Moore's Fishers want to do. What do they want to do? What are they fighting for? To free refugees?
Yes.
That's their goal. That's it. Nothing else. It's like, that's it.
Yes. Well, I'm sure there's a bit more that they are rebelling against the powers in charge.
Who's in charge?
Saying that, hey, this is the UK. Did you watch this movie?
No. The reason why I'm saying who's in charge is that they're just saying the police state, but I don't know who's in charge. Like, is it
the government, the big bad government?
That's it? Okay.
Who do you want? Did you want there to be Jared Leto in a giant room on top of a pyramid and just like laughing to himself, being like, yes, I'm going to do stuff that makes no sense. Ha ha ha.
Well, it's because they don't show the big bad government, right? So they don't have like UK, they don't have like British flags on the soldiers' uniforms, right? So it's because they're all wearing black. All of them are wearing tactical black stuff. So it is kind of hard to who's the good guy, who's the bad guy.
I don't know what it feels like you want like these guys to be dressed up as Austin Powers.
No, I want these guys to dress up as the SS.
What's that?
I want these guys to dress as the SS. Like, I want to have, like, if the government is in charge, then I want a freaking uniform. I want to know that, oh my God, when these guys are walking on screen, those are the dudes. Like,
they're dressed up like ICE, man. Like they're all in tactical
So
gear.
is everybody else.
No, they're not. What are you talking about?
Okay, wait a minute. So are you telling me that every time I see a tactical person that looks like ICE, that's the government that's fighting against Clive Owen?
There's a clear difference between the refugee group or the militant group that are wearing baklavas and shiesties on over their head and in a brown coat versus the guy who's got laced up boots, bulletproof vest on, and got an assault rifle on him.
I just wanted a flag, I guess.
I feel like you wanted all these guys to be wearing like some sort of bright colored Union Jack shirt and screaming some sort of catchphrase.
I am doing a bit on this one. I'm
For
sorry.
the Queen.
Yes.
Rah!
Yes. I am doing a bit, but yes, I would love to have him say "for the Queen." Yes,
I feel like you wanted this to be a cartoon.
No. I actually, I actually did enjoy the world of this movie because Jordan do like post-apocalyptic movies, but it's just a lot of questions that I have because I guess didn't quite understand the storyline, right? So so then Clive Owen and Julian Moore and Luke and everybody leaves Michael Caine, whatever, and then they are going to go to a drop-off location because this girl's pregnant. But then they're ambushed, and then it was a shocker to me that Julian Moore gets a bullet right to the chest. I was like, oh my God, that came out of nowhere, right? And they go to this like farm, safe house, right, if you will. And
Yes.
I'm not joking. I rewound it 3 times. And on the third time, I got it. Again, to the sound. I don't know if it was how I was watching it or the subtitles, but Julian...
You need to start watching with subtitles.
I guess so. I don't want to go that... You know what? Off subject? Not really. I have not blown up the keyboard on my iPhone yet. You can do that. Because I don't want to admit that I can't see it.
Yeah, maybe.
So I don't want to have
some
subtitles
headphones or something. And just
I don't want to have subtitles because I don't want to go.
Get the hearing aid, the Bluetooth hearing aid that you compare to your TV.
Oh, that'd be great. So I call those AirPods. But what I got was on the third rewind was that Luke orchestrated the assassination of Julian Moore, and he's now trying to kill Clive Owen because of political gain, just to show the world that, hey, the United Kingdom has the pregnant lady, so now we're the world power, we're the new world order, right? That's what's going on.
So again, Luke does not work for the UK government. He's completely on a self-righteous endeavor with the Fishes, their group. They would want to use, or Luke rather, would want to use the baby to get their spot at the table to say, hey, we're gonna talk. But again, some details that were being left out is that when Julian Moore, with Julian, I guess, first talks to Theo and says, hey, I need you to do this. I need you to get papers. Originally, he wasn't supposed to go.
Right.
So he goes to see a buddy of his, and which I think this guy might get the gold headphones too, actually.
Who?
His buddy, the guy at the top with like the statue of David in his house, because he was in Naked Gun.
Oh,
Danny Houston.
Yes,
Nigel.
He's the big guy. He's the leader of the Fishers.
No, he's just some top government official who could get transport papers for a person out of the UK. So, okay. Clive Owen could get those, but he only could get them in a pair. It can't be for a single individual. It has to be with an escort, him and, or Key and somebody else. So, he would escort her. Okay, so Key is introduced to then Theo. Key, who, by the way, is not revealed to be pregnant at this point, is with her midwife, Miriam. Did you recognize who Miriam was?
I thought... Never mind.
It doesn't matter. You're not going to... Famously, I know her as the Trunchbull from Matilda.
I have to.
Say it. I want you to say it. I want you to say it.
She looked like one of the Wachowski sisters.
Yeah. There you go. You feel better about yourself?
Are you happy with my... It looked like Lana Wachowski.
Yeah. The white girl dreads don't ever look good.
I'm telling you.
Right?
Yeah. Sorry.
Anyway, he gets. Oh, it's his cousin that he gets the transit papers from. To escort Key in. Yeah. Anyway,
I do feel better.
that's
Thank
what it
you.
was. So he goes with the group with Luke, Key, and Julian and Miriam, and that's what's been staged. Key was told by Julian, who she trusts very much, says, "Do whatever Theo says." That's what she told Key. She said, "You listen to Theo." She didn't say listen to anyone else in the fishes. She said, "You listen to Theo." She puts all the trust into him. So later on, when after the attack, after Julian is killed, they go to the safe house, and that's when Theo finds out that Key is pregnant. He changes his whole attitude completely.
Mm-hmm.
He realizes what's at stake now, and he just is like, "Oh, okay, I'll do whatever it takes." They have a discussion in this safe house about what to do. Oh, well, let's keep Key here. She's safe here. We can have the baby here. Theo speaks up, and he's like, "No, what are you doing? We got to go. We got to get her to like a hospital. You should make this public because this is a big thing, bigger than us." They say no because they'll take the baby, they'll make it a political thing, and I don't trust any of that. That's when we find out later on, because they all retired to their beds, that Theo is going to just sneak out. And he's like, "No, we got to leave. This is a bad thing to stay here." So he is being very stealth and going through this whole safe house and trying to sneak into Key's room to get her and Miriam so that they can get the heck out of Dodge. Before he does that, though, he is able to eavesdrop on Luke when he talks with
Spider.
The dude. I think his name's Patrick or something like
I
that.
call him Spider because he's a white guy with dreads, and we just got done reviewing Avatar.
Sure. Do you know who that is?
Spider.
Of course you don't. Why do I even ask? The character's name is Patrick. It is a very young Charlie Hunnam.
Sure.
Yeah. Why would you know who that is?
I don't know who that is.
I know you don't. He was in
Wonderful.
Sons of Anarchy.
The main dude?
Yes.
Who played Ed Gein recently?
He played, Jax in Sons of Anarchy?
I've never seen Sons of Anarchy.
Okay.
But I know the actor. That's him, huh?
Yeah. Pacific Rim, King Arthur.
Wow, that's him. Seriously, jokes aside, he does look like Spider from Avatar in this movie.
Yeah, yes, he does.
He does
play Ed Gein in the Monster series.
It's a terrible, terrible, terrible show. It was a terrible show. He was a son of a bitch.
Yes, he was.
What got me really annoyed with him, which a stupid move on his part too, was Theo and everybody's escaping, and then the car's not starting. They're trying to be quiet, blah blah blah. And then again, I'm just going to call him Spider for the sake of my rant. But Spider runs up to the car, and he points the gun at Clive Owen. He's like, "Stop the car!" And then they use the passenger door to knock him down. Right? He's like,
Yeah.
And I screamed at work when I was watching the movie. I was like, "Why didn't you just shoot him?"
Again, you need subtitles, bud, or it was in better headphones.
I guess so.
He asks Luke for permission. He goes, Can I shoot? I have a shot. And as he's screaming that, looking back at Luke, the door opens up and knocks him down.
Oh, that's what happened? Because, okay, yeah, you're right. I definitely do need something for this movie. It's just British. I don't understand. I don't like the British office.
No accents at all.
I don't well. But that's what I thought when I was watching. I was like, he has the gun pointed right at him. Just shoot him. But it doesn't happen. And now they're getting picked up. I'm sorry, but then while that's going, so then they go back to Michael Caine, and Michael Caine's like, okay, I sell or buy pot from this dude, and he's going to help smuggle you guys. But I know that the Fishers are coming here, so you got to go. And then it made me sad. He poisons his wife and the dog,
Yeah.
which made me sad. His wife had a condition. I don't know what did they say what she. No. She just
I think she
wheelchair.
just kind of sunk into a deep depression. She's just catatonic.
Okay. He poisons himself. He poisons them and the dog. He doesn't poison himself. I kind of wish he would, right? Because then when he came out and his arms were out and he was getting shot up and be like, "Oh, shoot me up! I'm dead anyway because the poison." That would be kind of cool. But
He knew what was going on.
he knew.
He knew that his purpose was to, because again, at this point, the right people like him and everyone else are seeing that Key is pregnant, and once you see that again in this world, you realize like, oh, this is a big deal. This is serious. This is very serious. Probably a big reason why Luke didn't want Patrick to shoot in that car, because any mistake could happen. Don't shoot the mom or shoot the baby. I don't care. Just don't shoot.
Okay,
I got a
makes sense.
screenshot. I know. I don't care. Anything could happen. Don't do it.
So now they become refugees and they're on a bus, and this is where
By the way, hold on, because I know you didn't watch the movie, and so you missed a lot of detail. The Jasper sells pot to a lot of people. One of them is Sid. Sid is the ICE agent, I guess. He's an immigration officer.
Yeah, he's married to Nancy.
Yep. And they were trying to, the plan is, how can we figure out how to get Key, because it's not going to be the fishes, and we don't really want to go to the government, because that doesn't seem like that we can use that as a plan B, but is there another way we can do something? They talked about a project called the Human Project. The Human Project is just this other group outside of the UK that is supposedly just going to take care of them. Miriam talks about them a bit more about, or is it Julian, that to get in contact, no, it was Miriam, to get in contact with the Human Project, they contact you. They talk something about using mirrors, where it's like, it's a game of telephone. Someone tells someone who tells someone who tells someone, and you have to organize it. They have a plan where they're going to get onto the ship, scheduled to arrive offshore of one of the refugee camps. How do we get into that refugee camp? How we get past the refugee camp to go to the ship? Jasper, Michael Caine, comes up with an idea. It's like, oh, I can get my buddy Sid to book you guys into the detention center and have them transport you to the refugee camp. And then you guys can just, when the nighttime happens at the refugee camp, just run to the shore, get a boat, and then row out to the ship, to the Human Project ship.
Number one,
That's the plan.
Number one, I'm offended that you think I didn't see this movie. Number two, they got picked up at an abandoned school. Thank you very much. So I've seen the movie.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I'm
No, yeah.
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
You did it. You did it.
And they get picked up by Sid, who's married to Nancy, and all of a sudden, Key is starting to go through labor, right? Like her contractions are happening, right? See, I seen the movie, and then they get on the bus, right? And and her water breaks, and then this is where Miriam, you said?
Yes.
Marion needs to do some sort of a distraction, so clearly she sacrifices herself, because I'm assuming that's the government. Again, I don't know. There's no flags on their uniforms. I don't know. There could be just mercenaries. I don't know. No, I'm being serious. I'm being serious.
But it's way too organized to think that it's not, Jordan.
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah, sure.
They
say it repeatedly in the movie.
I'm just curious what the king and queen are doing.
Yeah, that's the big thing right there.
No, I am.
What are they doing?
No, I'm serious. So it's like, I'm dead serious. It's like, okay, right now in the UK, the king, because the queen said, but the king's in charge, right? He's a celebrity status. right?
Okay.
So in this world, the queen's probably still alive. What is happening? I mean, like, are they allowing this? Are these just militant groups? Kind of like it reminded me of Civil War, the American Civil War we watched. It kind of reminded me of that, right? Like is the queen signing off on this?
No, the royal family has no political power in the UK. They're run by a parliament. They have a prime minister. So they're the ones in charge. They often consort with the royal family because the royal family is just a status.
Right. It's a celebrity. I get it. It's Kardashians.
Yeah. Yes. Sure.
But I was
as
thinking
far as
about
any
that.
sort of actual legislation or policy, it's run by parliament.
Okay. I was thinking about that. And when I was thinking about that was when Marion got off-screen executed. No body, no death.
She never got executed. They just got a bag over her head.
Sure. No body, no death.
Yeah.
Everybody else was getting executed, but she had a bag in her
I
head.
mean, yeah, no gunshot, no death either, I guess.
That's true. We did not hear a gunshot.
So you could assume that
She's alive.
in the UK takeover that maybe the royal family even died in the pandemic, and whoever was in charge is just says, all right, well, put up the prisons and let's get to work.
The reason why I was being serious, and I think you're taking it as a joke, and that's fine, you can. But
I don't know when you're serious and when
which is a
when
great
you're
thing.
bit.
You haven't known in 11 years, which is a great thing. It's up to interpretation.
You say it in like the same tone.
I know, isn't that great?
Is it?
I'm an enigma to you. Yeah, I'm a damn
The
mystery.
mystery of Jordan.
No, I was thinking like, okay, like, never mind. Let's move on. So
No, go say your thoughts. I want to know.
no, I was just because you know because the royal family is such a big deal in our world. I was just thinking when I was watching this movie, what's going on with the royal family? Like are they not in charge anymore? Did they die? I'm curious on why this movie hasn't said anything. Oh, the queen was found dead, or the queen was found assassinated. I mean, I don't know. I was just thinking, like, you know, yeah, I know that there's parliament, right? And I know they have full control. I know that the royal family really doesn't have full control. They're kind of Kardashians, you know, but they're still public figures. So I'm just like, are they just allowing this to happen? What happened to them to have a voice and say, okay, all this can't happen? Like, that was my thoughts.
The royal family has had any impact on my life except for the time when Diana died and they released the Diana teddy bear Beanie Baby.
I heard that's worth a lot of money.
Yeah, my Uncle Harry has it. We had to shop around for it, which is, again, the only time in my life when the royal family affected me where I had to take time out of my day to go to Gags and Gifts or whatever the hell to try to get that Beanie Baby for him.
Do you know that's my first Elton John song?
Candle in the Wind?
Yeah.
Well, that explains why
No,
you
it's not.
have it tattooed on your back,
That's a
right?
complete lie. I don't know why I said that. That's a complete lie.
That's your first Elton John song.
My first Elton John song was Lion King.
Really?
Well, 94.
Man, all right.
I was born in 87.
I don't know what mine was. Honky Cat, maybe?
I don't know. So, okay. So then they're supposed to meet this random woman. They meet her. And then Key's giving birth. Clive Owen helps her out. So now she has the baby. And then the scene that I rewound a few times was, again, confusing. But the woman that helped them is trying to get them out. But then a random dude shows up, and I still didn't understand. Like, this dude was supposed to help them get out?
That's Sid.
Oh, that's Sid.
Oh, my goodness, Jordan. And then all of a sudden, I thought, okay, I was like, he didn't watch the movie. And then he said something. It's like, oh, maybe he did watch the movie. And then now we're right back in it again. He didn't watch the movie.
That's Sid. So his wife was Nancy, the one when he killed the dog.
Yeah.
That was random.
Oh, you know what? Now I know what movie you were watching.
Dude, that was crazy, dude. Like, I mean, okay. So that was Sid, but he was arguing, blah, blah, blah.
The Sebastian Stan movie.
And then he was arguing with that woman, right? And then the woman was holding the dog, and he just, like, not even blinks, just shoots the dog, and the dog goes, you know, it's like, oh, my God. And they beat the crap out of Sid, right? And he's like, I'm going to kill you. It's, oh.
By the way, like, in both encounters, Sid speaks in third person, so it's pretty easily to identify who he is.
I have a problem.
Sid doesn't care.
I have a problem.
Just one?
I have a problem with British in general.
Yeah, go ahead.
I get confused.
Yeah, they all look the same. I get it.
Well, they all do. Oi! What you doing over there? Yeah, I'm just like, what? What? I didn't know that was Sid. It didn't look like Sid. Last time I saw Sid, he was wearing a militant uniform. And then this guy walks in looking like, oh, God, I mean.
Still has the uniform on, by the way.
No, he does not have the uniform. He has like a poncho.
Over the uniform.
I didn't notice that.
You could see in the lower half, he's wearing the boots and the pants.
So he was trying to help. So why would he kill the dog? Because he saw the baby. He was like, what you got over there? She's like, I'm not going to show you. I'm not going to show you. And then eventually she shows me. He's like, oh,
He's friends with Jasper. Okay. So he said the password, and he's going to help these guys out in doing whatever they wanted to do. He didn't care.
Mm-hmm.
He goes to help them out and tells them, while they're in the refugee camp, Theo and Key,
mm-hmm.
he says that, hey, we got to get going because this is a hot spot now. There's a war that's broken out. There's a hole that's been blasted into the side of the refugee camp.
Mm-hmm.
And you would think that it's because the refugees are trying to get out because the refugee camp is policed by the British military. But Sid says, no, it's because the Fishes, the anti-military group, are coming in, and there's a big war now between the military and the Fishes. So we got to get going. And as he's trying to rally Theo and Key to get out, he notices that there's a baby. As soon as he sees that baby, his tone changes. He goes, oh, whoa, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Now things have changed. I don't care about helping you guys anymore unless it's going to be helping for Sid. He's like, if I help, I'm going to take you guys to a spot where, he's trying to see what he can do for himself, how he can use this for his gain. Flat out what it is.
Oh, so he's not a good guy then. Okay.
Well, he kind of turns, yeah, exactly. Where he's just like, because there's a bounty. That's why. He was watching TV with his mom, and he saw there was a bounty, and now there's a baby, so he's just like, oh, I'm going to get real rich and turn you guys in and get this bounty. So that's what he's trying to do.
So they escape, and then you tell me off air, you're like, hey, there's a great Saving Private Ryan scene, and then you went into detail about blood on the camera.
Yeah.
So I was waiting for this.
Scene.
I was waiting for that. And, people are getting mauled over. It looks like the ending of Private Ryan. 100% looks like it, right? You just got soldiers. Everybody's dying. And the blood's on the camera. And you made a comment to me off air about how the cinematographer said to the director, no, we're going to keep rolling. And I'm glad he did. Because that really did put you into the moment of the movie. I'm like, that was great. The ending battle was great.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's shot great. It looks great. It reminds me of Private Ryan, which that's okay. I like that movie, right?
Yeah, I mean the rockets, the tanks. It was a lot.
It was good.
It was real cool.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. The lady who helps them, the refugee lady, Marichka, also sees the baby, and her tone changes as well too. So she's going out of her way to really help these two out. She brings them to her friend's house, who are refugee militants. for the most part, and they keep on there's a translation barrier there, language barrier there, excuse me, where Theo tried to say, hey, we need a boat, give us a boat. And so she finally catches on. She goes to her friends. They're trying to get this rowboat. They duck out to try to go to the canals underneath of the refugee camp, but they get stopped halfway by the fishes. So they come in, Charlie Hunnam and Luke come in, and they kill the friend, and that sucks. But then they take Key, who's in a wheelchair this entire time,
right,
with her baby, and they take her and they go to one of the other buildings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, just as Theo and Marichka are about to get executed by Charlie Hunnam, the British military comes in and just open fire, and everyone's running. So now we get the one take where Theo and Marichka are having to try to rescue Key in the building. So he's ducking and dodging bullets. He's going into the building to try to find Key, and it's so cool. Just him just running around, and you get to see everyone just shooting and cover. It's a really cool scene. So it was like a 15-minute long scene or something like that.
Well, I enjoyed it. I mean, like, look, I've been silly and I've asked questions, but it's not that I didn't enjoy this movie. How about this? I asked the questions that I asked because I did enjoy the world that I was in, and I guess I just wanted to know more of the world because it didn't tell me every little detail, and I kind of wanted to know more.
Oh, it's a 7-minute scene. Yeah, I understand that you want to know more details about what's going on. I feel like the movie gives you just enough to show you, especially in color as well, too. The world outside is bleak. It's gray. It's not a colorful world. There's no joy in this world. It's depressing. So that's some of the world that they live in.
What's not depressing is our popcorn ratings. You like that?
Okay. I hope they're not depressing.
One of my favorite things about the History of Movie Guys podcast, and it will never happen because it will just be difficult and I would say arguably impossible. But it'll be fun if we ever decide to retire and I have a compilation of me doing a horrible joke and saying, "Do you like that?" And you just laughing. It's just hilarious to me. So, I'm curious.
Compilation of Jordan slapping his own back on the joke that he just told.
Yeah, very. All right, Eric, I'm curious. Go ahead and roll with it here. What is your popcorn rating for Children of Men?
This is a tough one for me. I don't know if I want to give it a medium or a large. I do really enjoy this movie, but through your concerns, I get it. I actually would like to know a little bit more about this world. There are a few questions that I have about what's going on, or maybe outside of the UK. But at the other part, I feel like, again, this movie gives you just enough to follow along to where you don't need to ask all those questions. It just say, hey, ride with us here. The world just sucks right now. Everything sucks. And this is where we're at. There's no joy anywhere left in the world. I like that in this movie, the power of the pregnant woman really just trumps anything else that's going on. The end scene of this movie, where after the battle that they have, and Theo and Key are walking out with the baby, and both the refugees and the military, as they're walking, see the baby, people stop. They cease fire. They're frozen. They're like, oh, wow. And so everyone just lets them walk through. I feel like it's a pretty good sign to show like how people are just like, oh wow, this is something that can heal the world. This is something that people want, that they're given something to wake up for tomorrow. Is like, oh, actually, this is a glimpse. This is something, a glimmer to keep on going. It's not like a movie where I'm gonna keep on watching. I don't know. It's an enjoyable movie. I'm still debating. I don't know. I think I want to do medium.
Okay.
I really did enjoy it. I really did. I don't think I would have anything to critique it a bit. Yeah, it was just an enjoyable movie. Maybe just because it's kind of depressing, where I'm not like finished watching it and being like, oh man, I feel really great about it. But like, it's wonderfully shot.
Yes.
I think the story. I think the acting is really good in it as well too. Everyone in it is great. You know what? In that part, I think I just talked myself up to a large.
You did. And that's what I agree with you on. This movie is a large for me. I never seen it before. And I know, shocker, Jordan gave this a large because I like the world that I am in. I asked all these questions, either if they were silly or honest, just simply because I'm really intrigued in this world. Like, I just really want to know all the little details. You're like, what's going on with the royal family? Jordan, why do you care? I think that's a good question, though. It's like, what is exactly... They don't talk about America. What's happening in the United States? Like, you know, like, what's happening? You know what I mean? Like, I'm curious. I was excited to see this movie when we picked this for Sci-Fi Love-I. And, dude, kudos to you. Tip of the hat to you, for me to you. Because Sci-Fi Love-I's killed it. Just to give you kind of an idea, if you don't mind, I don't want to drag this, but just to kind of give you an idea, we started this in December, right? So we started with Star Trek First Contact. That was a medium, right? Fifth Element, I mean, come on, that's just a large. Contact, we gave a large. Island of Dr. Monroe, we gave it a medium small, right? Overall, this has been a pretty solid retrospective series with like mediums and larges. Like nothing's been like, there's been a few smalls here and there, but nothing terrible.
Right.
I liked everybody in this movie. I liked Clive Owen. I think I played Luke. I'm not going to say his name because I can't.
Should I try it one more time?
Yeah, one more time.
Chiwetel. Whoops! Did I get it? Chiwetel Ejiofor.
And Julian Moore. Can I end the show with a rant about Jordan and Julian Moore?
Please go ahead.
Do you care to hear it?
If it's gonna be about Boogie Nights, then yes.
Kinda, no. So
Who's in that movie?
It's the year 2000.
Yes.
And stepdad number 4 says, hey, have you seen Silence of the Lambs? And I said, no. And he goes, well, the sequel called Hannibal's coming out. We got to go see it. So I saw Silence of the Lambs for the first time in the year 2000 to prepare for Hannibal, which was supposed to be a huge movie.
Yes.
And it wasn't Clarice Starling that I know. It was Julian Moore.
Right.
And ever since I saw her in Hannibal, I kind of feel like Julian Moore is that actress that's really, really good. Actually, like, truly, I believe she's great, but never gets her due.
Kind of like a Steve Buscemi.
Yeah. 100. Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, female Steve Buscemi. Yeah. I mean, like, she was okay as Clarice Starling. Okay, no big deal, right? But then, Boogie Nights, like you say. I mean, like, so every time I see her...
Big Lebowski.
Oh, like, every time I see her in a movie, I always like her in that movie. So it was fun to see her. And I like legitimately was like, oh my God, she's just died. No. You know, like I was like, no, Julian Moore, no.
Yeah.
You know, you survived, Hannibal, but you can't. You survived the pigs, but you can't survive that. No, okay. So all jokes aside, all seriousness, yeah, this movie's fun for me. I like this world. I like the post-apocalyptic stuff. I want to know more about the world. I'm really intrigued about the world. And world building's a big deal for me. So yeah, large bag. I liked everybody in this movie. Yes. Yeah, this movie's great. 100%.
Yeah, it really is.
So, everybody who's listening to this most recent episode of Movie Guys Podcast, check us out Movie Guys Podcast at poppy.com, or, of course, wherever you get your podcast from. We are on that platform. Thank you so much for joining us for this Sci-Fi Love-Fi retrospective series. We got, 3 episodes left.
Exciting.
Of Sci-Fi Love-Fi.
All bangers that are coming up, I'm sure.
The next one deals with water.
No.
Maybe
In a water planet, maybe?
Jack Black's first role that after My Boyfriend's Back.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you remember that one?
Yes.
You remember that gem? You got to download that.
My Boyfriend's Back?
Yes, you do. Anyway. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back next week for another awesome episode. Eric, thanks for joining me. Have a good night. Cedar Point was having some hard times recently, and they got bought by Six Flags.
What?
You didn't know that?
I did not know that.
Oh, last year was their first year.
I loved Cedar Point because they were the one and only.
So they got bought by Six Flags last year, and this is Six Flags' first season kind of in charge. Okay.
Are they still calling it Cedar Point, or are they doing a rebrand?
No, it's still called Cedar Point. Just what sucks is that you can't go to cedarpoint.com. You have to go to Six Flags and then to click on the theme park that you want to go to, right? But anyway.
Oh, man. Okay.
It's going to get worse. This happened just recently. There was a TikTok influencer where his shtick, really stupid, was what he picks the challenge that the people comment on his channel to do. So it'll be like, hey, do this, and he would do that challenge, right?
Yeah.
A challenge that he had was go to a theme park and ride a roller coaster and try to eat a 10-piece chicken McNugget.
On the roller coaster?
On the roller coaster.
Oh, okay. Can you pick which one?
So he went to Cedar Point, this guy did. This was like a week ago. He goes to Cedar Point, and he gets on the Millennium Force.
Oh, dude. I mean, okay. You're doing an extra hard mode. I get it. I would have done Iron Dragon.
Right. So he pulls out a 10-piece chicken McNugget, and he eats the whole thing while he's on the Millennium Force.
Okay.
Now,
good for him.
I'm assuming it's fine because it doesn't go upside down. It doesn't do barrel rolls. It's just a really fast, high roller coaster. That's all it is.
Yes.
Posted it. Six Flags has now banned him for all Six Flags locations and said the reason why they're doing it is for life. By the way, they banned him for life because they classify it as attempted suicide.
Okay, well, that's a little bit extreme. I understand the liability.
He's now countersuing.
Okay.
Good for him. I would too. You know why? Because he's going to make money no matter what, because they're just going to pay him to go away. He's countersuing because he was not attempting suicide. It was a challenge, and there's no signs, allegedly, that says you cannot eat or drink on the ride.
Oh, okay. Not even in the park?
In the park, maybe. In the park, maybe. But, he's playing that game where it's like, He's like, there's nothing that says before you get on the train you cannot have food or drink.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see how that goes.
It's
I'm not too
national
confident
news.
I get it, but at the same part, like,
You
I
think
don't
he
know.
has a case?
You know what? I'll blame, and this has happened a lot recently in these high profile cases where I feel like what was the one recently? Oh, the Diddy trial.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that it's the fault of the prosecution. Like, they're charging the wrong thing. They're trying to make an example, and they're trying to make this extreme charge against the individual when it's like the layup is right there. You have it right there, man. Like, you have the evidence. There's a route that you can go, a path that you can walk to make this an easy win without trying to make some sort of grandiose example out of somebody. But instead, you're going to go charge something ridiculous like that. And it's just like, well, okay, now you've made a circus.
What's the evidence for this case? That the dude was eating a 10-piece chicken nugget on the Millennium Force?
I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a legal professional.
I'm not asking.
But I would say that the challenge itself
Yeah.
is one that could harm the individual and people around. Put people in danger. Not suicide, attempted suicide. That's ridiculous.
Well, because of choking. That's what they're...
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
You could go on there, and doing the challenge would then encourage other people to have another challenge or different challenges. You are now welcoming other influencers into your park to do all these types of challenges while riding. So what's going to stop somebody from going on the ride and doing this challenge while on a roller coaster, do this challenge while on the Dragster 2 or whatever roller coaster it's on? It's like, no, that's a safety hazard. That's a concern. Because what if something happens and it falls off? What if a nugget flies out into a child's mouth? Obviously very unlikely, but still a possibility. It's never 0%.